Hi there, St. Paul's family. I'm coming to you today from my office where I am glad to be after a week of vacation. It was a restful and good vacation. I'm thankful for that, but I'm also very thankful to be back here with you this week. We have a busy week here at St. Paul's, a lot going on, a lot of our regular activities. However, a lot of those are going to be dominated by the discussion regarding masks. As you are probably already aware, our mayor of Fargo mandated the use of masks effective immediately. That was last night in all indoor spaces. He did, however, list a number of exceptions to that. And one of them is religious worship activities. He says that people engaged in those religious worship activities are exempt from wearing a face covering. However, then he says face coverings are strongly encouraged. To be quite honest, it puts us in a little bit of a tough position to know how best to move forward with this here in our community and in our congregation. And so I want to ask you today to pray for our church council. They're going to meet tomorrow night to talk about this and to decide what this means for us moving forward. That decision has a lot of consequences regarding a lot of what we do here, a lot of our ministry. And so, not only do I want you to pray for our council, but I want you to pray for our committees too. Pray for our staff and all those who are involved in the ministry, of this proclamation of the gospel that takes so many different shapes and forms, in education and music and our after school program, a lot of that kind of stuff. And so pray for those people. If you are those people, I encourage you to seek how you can be helping to solve some of these I don't want to say problems, but challenges. I guess is maybe a safe and fair word to use. And if you're not on those committees too, you're still a part of this congregation and a part of this body. And it could be that God is calling you to help uh, work through some of these challenges also. And so pray about that and pray how you can be involved in continuing the work of this church, the one work of this church, which is to proclaim the gospel. And I want to share some verses with you with that in mind. And it talks about unity. Paul here writes in Philippians 1, he says, "Let your manner of life be worthy of the gospel of Christ, so that whether I come and see you or am absent, I may hear of you that you are standing firm in one spirit, with one mind, striving side by side for faith in the gospel." And then a little further down at the beginning of chapter 2. "So if there is any encouragement in Christ, any comfort from love, any participation in the Spirit, any affection and sympathy, complete my joy by being of the same mind, having the same love, being in full accord and of one mind." We are not going to be of one mind when it comes to the topic of masks. Okay, that's just the way it is. But we are of one mind when it comes to faith in Christ. And in that faith, it says here that we strive side by side with one another to preach the gospel, to proclaim it in so many different ways in our congregation and out to our community. And that's what unites us. And so even when we maybe do disagree about things like masks, we find that there is that we can work together and that we can come to resolution, that we can continue to live together and grow together because we are united by that one faith in Christ and that one desire to continue to see the gospel of Jesus Christ proclaimed to all who will hear. My prayer this week and each week for our congregation is that would be our mission, our heart's desire, our goal, and our joy to be united in proclaiming the gospel, regardless of what happens in our community and so forth. Pray for those people. I'm not going to see you on Sunday. I'm going to be out preaching in Stanley, North Dakota for their special meetings. And so I'd appreciate your prayers for me too as I head out there this weekend for that time. And I look forward to joining you again in Sunday worship the Sunday after that, the first. In the meantime, I'll be around here this week too. And so I look forward to seeing many of you tomorrow. We are going to be strongly encouraging, using Mayor Mahoney's words here, strongly encouraging the use of masks in our church activities tomorrow. And then we'll talk at the council meeting about what this means and whether there will have to be a mandate here at St. Paul's or not. Moving forward, I encourage you to let your voice be known. Talk to a council member. Let one of us staff members know too what you think about that. That helps us as we make this decision. Also, thanks for your time. Look forward to seeing many of you tomorrow, and I'll be praying for you too as you worship on Sunday. And then I'll look forward to being back with you again next week.